All right, if you're a guy over 45, retirement isn't some far-off idea anymore, is it? It's right there on the horizon. And honestly, the choices you make right now are what's going to define that entire next chapter of your life. So today, we are going to walk through a really practical, no fluff retirement checklist for 2026. These are the 10 things you need to get a handle on immediately. Okay, let's just cut right to the chase. Did you know that come 2026, a staggering 45% of Americans aged 45 and up are still not taking full advantage of catch-up contributions? You know, these are the special rules that let you sock away a ton of extra cash once you hit 50. So what does that actually mean? It means thousands, maybe tens of thousands of dollars are just being left on the table every single year. That's money that could be the real difference maker for your comfort, your freedom, and your family's peace of mind down the road. Now, just a quick heads up before we dive in, this is all for educational purposes. When it comes to your specific financial picture, you should always talk to a certified financial pro, okay? All right, let's get into it. We're going to build this thing from the ground up. Part 1 is all about locking in your financial foundation. Think of these as the defensive moves that protect everything you're working towards. We're going to focus on 3 absolutely crucial steps here. First, maxing out what you save. Second, going to war with the debt that's holding you back. And third, building up a nice cash buffer for when life, happens. First up, max out those catch-up contributions. Now, what's so powerful here is the massive opportunity it shows. In 2026, if you're 50 or over, you can throw an extra $8,000 into your 401k. But get this, if you're between 60 and 63, that number jumps to an extra $11,250. This isn't just a little boost. We're talking about hitting the nitro button on your savings in that final stretch. Second, you have got to attack any high-interest debt. This slide just nails the battle you're in. On one side, you've got your savings working hard trying to grow. But on the other, you've got that credit card debt at 20+% interest, and it is actively fighting you, just eating away at all your hard-earned gains. So the mission is clear. Prioritize that debt and wipe it out. And the third piece of your foundation, the emergency fund. The goal here is pretty simple. Get 6 to 12 months of your essential living expenses saved up and tucked away somewhere safe, like a high-yield savings account. This isn't just a rainy day fund, it's a firewall. It protects your retirement investments from getting raided when an unexpected job loss or a medical bill shows up. Okay, with our foundation secure, let's move on. We're shifting from playing defense to playing offense now. This is all about planning for the future you actually want to live. Now, here's an area a lot of guys just sleep on: insurance. It's time to do a serious review of your health, your life, and especially your long-term care policies. Look, Medicare kicks in at 65, but it has some pretty big gaps. For example, it typically does not cover long-term nursing home care. A small premium now can literally prevent a catastrophic, portfolio-destroying expense for you and your family later. Next, let's talk taxes, because this is critical. You have to understand the difference between traditional and Roth accounts. As you can see, with traditional, you get a tax break today. With a Roth, you pay the taxes now, so all your withdrawals in retirement are 100% tax-free. Here's a simple way to think about it. If you think you'll be in a higher tax bracket when you retire, a Roth might be your best friend. If you think you'll be in a lower one, traditional might be the smarter play. All right, now for the fun stuff, creating income streams that work for you. I'm talking about realistic passive income. This is not about some get-rich-quick fantasy. It's about building reliable, steady income from things like solid dividend stocks, broad market index funds, or maybe even a low-effort rental property. And hey, don't dismiss this as being out of reach. So many guys in their 50s are successfully adding an extra $500 to $2,000 a month this way. You can start small, you reinvest the earnings, and you just let that beautiful compounding do its thing over time. It makes a real tangible difference. And that brings us to our final section, Part 3, Designing Your Life and Your Legacy. This is where all the numbers we've been talking about finally meet your actual vision for the future. A key step here is calculating your real retirement expenses. Don't just guess. A really good rule of thumb is to plan on needing about 70 to 80% of your pre-retirement income. The best way to do this? Track what you're spending now, honestly, and then think about how that might change. Adjust for healthcare, for travel, for all the hobbies you finally want to have time for. Now, to make those numbers work, you've got some really powerful levers you can pull. First, make sure your investments are properly diversified. You don't want all your eggs in one basket. That balance is what protects you when the market gets volatile. Second, think about your lifestyle. Things like downsizing your home or even relocating to a lower-cost area can dramatically stretch every single dollar you've saved. And finally, let's talk about your legacy. It is so much more than just money. I mean, yes, you need a basic estate plan. Update your beneficiaries, get a will or a trust in order. But just as important, if not more so, is the emotional legacy. It's having that open, honest talk with your family about the values, the stories, the memories you truly want to leave behind. So there it is, the 10-point checklist for 2026. But look, knowledge is only half the battle, right? Your action plan, it starts right now. Let's do a quick recap of the 10 points. We started with the foundation, maximizing catch-up contributions, crushing debt, and building that emergency fund. Then we planned for the future, reviewing insurance, getting smart on taxes, and exploring passive income. And finally, we designed your life and legacy, calculating your real expenses, diversifying, maybe relocating, and planning your estate. Every single one is a critical piece of the puzzle. And to make this as easy as possible for you, I've put all of this into a free downloadable PDF checklist. The link is right there in the description. Use it, check things off, and actually track your progress. So I'll leave you with this one question. Take another look at this list. Which one of these 10 points are you going to tackle first this week? Drop your answer in the comments below. It's time to take care of your future self.